after a backpack with 5 devices discovered near the tracks. Authorities detained 5 people during a traffic stop at a New York City bridge. Millions of commuters on edge.
This is the nightmare scenario.
The FBI and Homeland Security now investigating after a weekend of terror.
That blast on a crowded Manhattan street injuring dozens.
There was big black clouds like smoke.
Another bomb going off at a charity race for the military in New Jersey. And ISIS claiming credit for a knife attack in a Minnesota mall.
The candidates weigh in.
We better get very tough, folks. We better get very, very tough.
It's always wiser to wait.
As President Obama and world leaders descend on New York for a meeting at the UN this morning.
You will see a lot of police presence.
1,000 additional officers and National Guard deployed. A city and a nation on high alert.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Let's get right to that breaking news. We're going to look live at Elizabeth, New Jersey. That is just 15 miles from New York City. FBI on the scene of that house, believed to be connected to the 5 people detained overnight on the Verrazano Narrows Bridge trying to get out of New York City. Sources say a suspect has also been identified. Police searching for a man named Ahmad Khan Rahimi, believed to be 28 years old. Of course, this all happens after that backpack bomb was discovered near a train station in Elizabeth, New Jersey overnight.
And here's what else that we know right now. That device won at least 4 bombs discovered in New York and New Jersey since Saturday. 38 people were injured in the attacks this weekend, including the bombing in Manhattan and the stabbing at a Minnesota mall. The suspect there was killed. And overnight, at least 5 people detained in New York.
And here's a live look at Penn Station right now. A lot of very nervous people commuting this morning. And as we said earlier, police here are definitely on high alert.
And a lot of concern in Minnesota as well. We have team coverage across the country. We begin with the latest on that blast overnight in New Jersey. As we look at the scene, you heard that right there. After some individuals saw that backpack bomb near the train station, police took it. It was detonated as they were trying to disarm it. ABC's Lindsay Davis is on the scene in Elizabeth. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, George. Lots of police involvement and activity still right here in this immediate vicinity. And then you also have those FBI agents who are currently searching that home here in Elizabeth. Last night, the 2 men who found the backpack with the 5 explosives in the trash can, they say they initially thought that the bag contained something valuable. But when they saw wires and a pipe, they say they dropped the bag in the street and immediately called police.
This is the moment a bag containing 5 suspicious devices exploded. Around 8:30 Sunday night, 2 men found a backpack stuffed with wires and a pipe in a trash can near this major train station in Elizabeth, New Jersey, just 15 miles outside of New York City. Police say when the men noticed the wires in the bag, they immediately turned it over to authorities. And as police attempted to disarm one of the 5 devices in the bag, this happened.
The exam by the robot, there is no electronic devices attached to the bomb, or the suspected bomb, I should say, at this point. We cannot see under the package, but it does not expect that this time there are any electronic devices attached to it.
The scare caused major delays for trains across the Northeast. One Amtrak train on its way to Manhattan delayed, stuck near Trenton for hours.
We're into hour 4 of sitting on an Amtrak train. We're in relatively good spirits, I think, considering the situation.
This as at the same time, just 12 miles away, 5 people were taken into custody on the Verrazano Bridge Sunday night during a traffic stop, trying to drive from Staten Island to Brooklyn. Those 5 were potentially related to the bombing Saturday night in Manhattan.
Shut down the run, get him out of the boardwalk.
And police in Seaside Park, New Jersey, are still desperately searching for the person who left a pipe bomb to explode next to a charity race packed with thousands of runners over the weekend.
They got some type of explosion inside of a garbage can.
The race, however, was delayed due to a massive turnout, and the pre-timed bomb went off before the runners took off. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Now, it's still unclear if the incident here was connected to those explosives found in Manhattan and also Seaside Park. Train service has resumed at this time, but customers are being told to expect delays. Robin. All
right, Lindsay, thank you. And we're going to move on now to those bombs in New York City. At least 5 people, as we've said, taken into custody for questioning overnight as authorities search for whoever planted the devices in Manhattan and New Jersey. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross is here with new developments. Good morning, Brian.
Well, good morning, Robin. Even with those 5 taken into custody, the search continues this morning for 2 other men considered the main suspects in this fast-paced investigation. And the search could not be more urgent to make sure what happened over the weekend does not happen again.
The upper third of this new surveillance video shows the moment of the blast, the smoke billowing out. The impact seen here from inside the lobby of a fitness club. Pedestrians fled the scene as police moved in. Then, just 4 blocks away, what this morning now appears to have been a major break in the case. After a tip from a local resident, police discovered a second unexploded device, built, authorities say, just like the one that did go off, a pressure cooker, with wires and a cell phone attached.
I walk right by here, and there's a pot on the street with wires sticking out of it, and think that it's probably a kid's science experiment.
The bomb squad used a robot to remove the device so they could examine it for fingerprints, DNA, and importantly, the registration number of the cell phone.
Right now, that's evidence for us could be crucial to our case.
Today, police and federal agents will be tracking all calls made through the cell phone towers near the blast site.
Off the cell tower, you can get information as to who called and see who may be calling each other, that sort of thing. It could be very, very important.
Also important, efforts today to collect additional videos from the dozens of surveillance cameras in place on this block. Agents already have been studying the videos of residents walking calmly just before the blast and then running for their lives afterwards, on the chance the bomber might be among them. Authorities tell ABC News one video in their possession shows a man leaving an object near the dumpster, which was the seat of the first blast. Then that same man is seen at the site of the second bomb.
It was intentional. It was a violent act. It was certainly a criminal act. It was a bombing.
Officials say they are also investigating whether that bombing 10 hours earlier Saturday at a Marine Corps charity race in New Jersey has any connections or similarities to the New York attack. The New Jersey bomb, hidden in a garbage bin, was also triggered by a flip phone, but it was constructed with lead pipes, not a pressure cooker.
And Brian, what more can you tell us about the man that authorities are searching for and the 5 that are in custody?
They are looking for one specific individual. The 5 people taken into custody overnight were believed to be family members who were being followed as they exited the Verrazano Bridge. Authorities became concerned they might be heading to Kennedy Airport to perhaps leave the country. They pulled them over and are now questioning them. But they're still looking for that one suspect who is at large.
The story is moving fast. As we said, the whole city here in New York on high alert this morning. President Obama is here. Mayor Bill de Blasio stepping up security as world leaders do gather for the UN General Assembly. And we're going to speak to the mayor in a moment. First, ABC's Lindsay Janis is on the scene in Chelsea. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. The blast site behind me, still very much an active crime scene this morning. FBI investigators scouring it for clues, and the mayor telling New Yorkers to look out, expect armed officers across the city from the transit systems to the UN.
This morning, New York City on high alert. 1,000 additional law enforcement personnel deployed across the region. Citizens urged to stay vigilant. Counterterrorism officers, state and local police, and the National Guard patrolling major transit hubs.
We'll be doing enhanced bag checks throughout the city.
Saturday night's blast caught on this surveillance video circulating online, sending pedestrians running and ducking for cover.
The bomb just went off in New York.
The 23rd Street location, a bustling center of restaurants and nightlife. This surveillance video from a fitness club across the street capturing the chaos. Watch again as the force of the blast rocks the camera.
There was big black clouds like smoke.
All of a sudden we hear, boom!
So strong, it also blew out windows of adjacent buildings and cars, sending shrapnel and glass flying. This woman bloodied and dazed, helped by a bystander.
Come with me. I'm holding you, okay?
Come with me. You okay? Nothing's gonna happen.
First responders leading the injured, 29 in total, into ambulances, most of them going to hospitals, but all of them released by Sunday. Among the injured, Brenda Abero leaving the hospital. The pregnant woman says the blast lifted the car she and her fiance were driving from the street, causing him to black out.
The baby's fine. Everything is fine with the baby. A mild concussion I have.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo surveyed the scene on Sunday. He said there is extensive damage and it is extremely lucky no one was killed in this attack. George?
Well, it sure is. Okay, Lindsay, thanks very much. And joining us now, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us this morning. Pretty terrifying weekend here in New York and New Jersey. As we come on the air this Monday morning, is the threat contained?
George, at this point, look, I want to be clear. NYPD is in a very high state of vigilance. We have beefed up our presence all over this city, as you heard. People have bags checked in subways. You're going to see a lot of NYPD presence at key sites around the city, including our anti-terror capacity, which will be out in evidence. So I'm confident about what the NYPD has out on the streets of New York City today. I think in the coming hours, we're going to be able to say a lot more about what happened here specifically. We know a lot more than we did just 24 hours ago. It's certainly leaning more in the direction that this was a specific act of terror. And I think we're going to have a lot more to share with the people. What I can say right now is we need the people's help. Anyone who has information about that situation, we need it now.
Well, and the New York Police Department, is my understanding, is actually putting on a be on the lookout alert now for an individual. The FBI expected to release a most wanted poster as well for this a young 28-year-old man. Much more can you tell us about this suspect?
We're going to have a lot more to say on that soon, but we want the public's help. And as we're going to be able to fill in the blanks about what we know, it's going to provide the public some information that will allow them to help us a lot more. The important thing here, again, thank God no one was seriously injured on Saturday. And people, I think, were wonderful in response to the crisis that happened on 23rd Street. People helped each other out. Our first responders did an amazing job. But in the coming hours, as we're able to put out more information, it's really important for the public to fully participate in helping us find out what we need to know.
And we did have some people who were paying attention in New Jersey last night. Were able to identify that bomb. As you suggested yesterday, you were reluctant to call this an act of terrorism. Are you prepared now to say it was?
We'll say more in the next few hours, but it's definitely leaning in that direction the more we know.
And what more can you tell us about those 5 individuals detained apparently on the Verrazano Narrows Bridge last night, heading to Brooklyn, maybe to Kennedy Airport?
There was a car that came to the interest of the NYPD, and that car was followed. They were pulled over. Those individuals have been questioned. I'm not going to go into more detail than that, but there's definitely a situation there where we're learning more information.
And as we said as well, you talked about all the preparation here because of the UN General Assembly. You've got President Obama here today. You've got world leaders gathering. You've got a lot of nervous New Yorkers. The police out in force. But let me go back to that original question. Do you believe that there are more attacks possibly coming, or do you believe the threat is contained?
I believe a couple of things. First, the amount of anti-terror capacity we put out on the streets is extraordinary. We have the largest anti-terror capacity of any police force in the country, and you're going to see it. And that's one of the best ways to make sure there are no further situations. I think until we've pulled all the pieces of the case together, it's premature to say what might happen next. I do feel that we're getting information literally hour by hour. This situation is speeding up. I'm very confident we're going to find the individual or individuals involved based on what I've heard in the last hours. But I think we have some more work to do.
Involved in Chelsea, Elizabeth, and Seaside?
That's an open question, but one, again, that a lot more information is coming in. It's still premature to say if there's a connection, but in the coming hours, we'll be able to tell you more.
Mr. Mayor, thanks very much for your time this morning.
It still remains
Thank you, George.
A very fluid situation, George. Now let's turn to ABC's senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas and former NYPD Commissioner Ray Kelly, who's here in the studio with us. I want to talk more about the investigation. And Pierre, what are you hearing? What is the current state of the investigation right now?
Good morning, Robin. There's a growing belief that the bombings in Seaside and Chelsea are connected. It's not definitive yet, but that's one of the working theories. Here's what sources are telling me. All 3 of the bombs utilized flip phones to help them detonate. but there were some differences in design. The Seaside explosive device involved pipe bombs tied together, and a source tells me it was designed to detonate when the race began. But the two bombs in Chelsea on 23rd and 27th Streets have some of the signatures we've seen from bomb-making designs posted online, including in Al-Qaeda's Inspire magazine. Both Chelsea bombs utilized Christmas lights for wiring, and the pressure cooker bomb found intact had a label on it for the chemical tannerite. That's an explosive often used for target practice that can be picked up in many sporting goods stores. That pressure cooker bomb was described to me by a source as being extremely heavy, containing shrapnel to maximize injuries, Robin.
And the way you describe those bombs like that, that's really how you were able to determine who could be behind it.
Absolutely, and sources are concerned that this could be the work of a serial bomber and possibly a cell. Some investigators believe it took more than one person to pull this off.
All right, Pierre, thank you.
And Ray Kelly here. And Ray, you ran NYPD for many years, so what are you hearing about the police investigation?
Well, I think they're getting very close, and probably the most significant element in this investigation was the unexploded cell phone on 27th Street. A cell phone can give you an awful lot of information. Every phone has a unique number, and I think that the leads that have emanated from that phone have been very, very helpful so far.
And we saw a little bit earlier going to be like 1,000 more police officers on the street, on the ground. So what are they looking for on the ground?
Yeah, well, they're looking for anything unusual. Obviously, there'll be lots of calls today about suspected packages. People will see more of them. The police will respond to that. It's important to remember that the NYPD is the biggest police department in the country by far. 36,000 uniformed officers. The governor has added another 1,000 police officers, National Guardsmen. So it's going to be covered, you know, in a very significant fashion throughout the city. But they're looking for anything untoward, anything unusual.
Ray, how about with the General Assembly? The UN General Assembly?
Yeah, that's a big issue. The department has an awful lot of experience with this. You may have as many as 130 heads of state here in New York, but some of that is off the shelf. It's something that's done year after year. Secret Service, FBI, everybody is involved in the game.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump both here today as well. Of course, this is 50 days before the election. Both are weighing in on the tax. ABC's Tom Yamas has the latest on that.
Before officials even declared that explosion in New York City a bombing, Donald Trump had heard enough.
Just before I got off the plane, a bomb went off in New York, and nobody knows exactly what's going on.
Trump preaching vigilance.
So we better get very, very tough. Just happened. So we'll find out, but it's a terrible thing that's going on.
Hillary Clinton, who arrived in New York the night of the attack, also calling it a bombing before the official word was out.
I've been briefed about the bombings in New York and New Jersey and the attack in Minnesota. Obviously, we need to do everything we can to support our first responders.
Clinton later calling them apparent terrorist attacks, but striking a much different tone than Trump.
I think it's always wiser to wait until you have information before making conclusions.
And Trump's running mate, Mike Pence, seeming to agree with Clinton on at least this subject.
It would not be appropriate for me to comment on an ongoing investigation, other than to say we are thankful in our hearts that there was no loss of life.
Now, both Hillary and Trump did tweet out condolence messages, but Trump also sent this out. Let's put it up on the screen. This happened last night. Under the leadership of Obama and Clinton, Americans have experienced more attacks at home than victories abroad. Time to change the playbook. Trump clearly trying to seize the moment, guys.
That's a big part of his playbook. Tom Yamas, thanks very much. Now let's go to Ginger.
And that canyon fire in Santa Barbara County, now 2,200 acres, 0% contained. That's Vandenberg Air Force Base. 160 people at the Rams game were treated for heat-related illness. More heat on the way today. Let's get to the select cities, brought to you by Pronamel Toothpaste.
The things that I consume on a daily basis, a lot of it is very acidic. The enamel on my teeth was actually weakening. The whiteness wasn't there as much. My teeth didn't look as healthy as others. My dentist said that Pronamel would help fight against that erosion that foods and drinks were causing. So it was really important to start using the Pronamel. It'll be one less thing you have to worry about. Pronamel is now giving me the confidence to know that I'm doing the right thing. So it's nice to know that it was as simple as that.
And a very good morning, meteorologist Brian Vandergraaf. Some periods of rain, even some thunder out there this morning. Could be heavy at times and ponding on roadways. Through the afternoon, it will taper off, but a much cooler day, but still rather muggy out there. Tomorrow, a few showers may linger south of town, then we start to clear out. Low 80s tomorrow, mid 80s Wednesday and Thursday. First day of fall, feeling pretty warm. Could make a run at 90 as we head towards the weekend. So all in all, a very above average forecast. Stay tuned with us throughout the afternoon for updates on the periods of heavy rain.
Coming up, much more in the breaking news in New York and New Jersey this morning, and also the latest on that terrifying attack in Minnesota. ISIS